Hey guys, and welcome to my 15-week update. So this week I was talking to one of my best friends who's thinking about starting keto, and she had some concerns about macros and tracking and the keto calculator and net carbs and all these terms that you start learning about when you start keto. So I was telling her about the options of starting, and I wanted to talk to you guys about some of these things as well. So first of all, I think the most important thing to think about is everything that you're going to do in life is going to take some work and some research, and if it's going to be worthwhile, it's going to take some time. So, that's kind of something that we were all raised thinking about, but it's so true. I mean, we all want to just wake up and be thin the next day, but it's not going to happen. The only way that this is actually going to happen and continue to stay that way is if we make lifestyle changes. So, you can lose weight on keto. It works extremely well. You guys have seen this in all the keto spotlights. But the thing is that what it comes down to is if you don't change your lifestyle, it will come back on. There's tons of people on the forums who have said, hey, I gained everything back and more. And that's because this is a lifestyle change. You may not have to drop your carbs as low once you get to your goal weight, but if you don't make these changes that stick, you're going to end up in the same place you started, and if not higher. So one thing that I did talk to my friend about, though, was there's something called lazy keto. And a lot of people who do lazy keto absolutely hate tracking. And what they do is they just completely avoid complex or simple sugars entirely. Or some people actually just do track only their carbohydrate intake and not caloric or fat or anything else. So that's something that some people do like to try. Now, I personally like to track things, but I do recommend if you're in your first 1 to 2 weeks, don't be overly critical about the percentages and your caloric intake. Just focus on keeping those carbs low. Keep on, I personally recommend 20 grams. Just keep them below that and let your body ease into it. And then you can start sticking more about the caloric intake and meeting all these percentages and things like that if you want to. Now, I have personally found that when I stick close to my macro goals, that I lose weight quicker. Me personally, I stay below 20 grams of net carbs. I've had a lot of questions about that. I do count net carbs, and I try to meet my protein goal. I do fall short sometimes, but I see the fat goal as like a ceiling. I don't try to meet that goal. Now, some people do, but that's just not something that I personally do because honestly, throughout my life, I'm not going to stick to that, and I know it. I mean, I love avocado and coconut oil and all these things, but if I'm below my fat intake for the day, I don't eat like fat bombs and things like that. So that's just a personal preference of mine. Of course, I make sure I get all my healthy fats, but like I said, that's more of a upper limits for me. So basically what I want you guys to take away from this is don't let the process of starting or staying on keto hold you back. It's definitely something that you can maintain, and it's something that you can do, and it's something that you will figure out. It's not always hard. It's not always confusing. There are the first couple weeks where you're, not too sure about things, but like anything else, you get the hang of it. And honestly, it's a thoughtless process for me at this point, and it will be this way for you guys too. So ease up on yourself, be kind to yourself, and don't worry if you mess things up. It's gonna happen, and it will continue to happen. But the main point is consistency. If every day you get up and you strive to hit those goals and you keep your carbs down, the weight will come off. So hang in there and don't be hard on yourself. So now let's get to my 15-week weigh-in. Hey guys, today's April 26th, and this is my 15-week weigh-in. 238.6. I am so happy. So this week I lost 2.6 pounds, and I finally hit, well, not even finally, 15 weeks. I'm so ecstatic about that. I never ever thought 50 pounds in 15 weeks. If I would have known about that, I probably would have started this a long time ago. So I am down 50.4 pounds. For those of you who are just watching for the first time, my starting weight was 289, And like I just said, today I weighed in at 238.6. So I'm so excited, and I'm so happy. And this is honestly the first time in my life where I actually knew that I was going to be able to reach my goal weight. And I feel so much better. My skin is so much better. My nails are growing. Like, I just feel fantastic. So I hope you guys are doing well. Let me know below what your weigh-ins are looking like this week if you weigh in weekly. I'm always love to hear what you guys are doing and how everything's going. This week's Keto Spotlight wanted to remain anonymous, but I had to share her story with you guys after seeing her pictures. So here's her stats. She's 27 years old and she's 5'4". She started keto on April 28, 2014 at a starting weight of 264 pounds. After 1 year, her current weight is 169.3 pounds, which is a total loss of 95 pounds. So thumbs up to her for losing 95 pounds just 2 days shy of 1 year. I asked her what her favorite foods are, and her favorite was coconut or almond flour pancakes. And I also just recently tried the cream cheese ones, and those are really good too. I'll link the recipe below. And she also likes nori seaweed wraps, which is pretty awesome because they use that in sushi, but she also said that she uses them to make sandwiches, which is a new idea that I didn't know about. So I love learning all these different food tips from fellow ketoers. So I asked her what her advice would be to people who are new or starting keto, and her recommendation was to listen to your body. It's okay to eat cake every once in a while as long as you recognize it's not going to turn into a habit. And, you know, I definitely agree with her in the way that this has to be a lifestyle change, like I mentioned earlier. And every once in a while, it's okay to treat yourself. I know for me, I was really kind of set on staying straight on keto for a while because I have certain goals that I want to meet in certain timelines. And I'm okay if I don't meet them, but I don't want to do anything to sidetrack it yet. But eventually, I'm sure I will have treats every once in a while. And as you notice, I call them treats and not cheats because I think cheating has a negative connotation and it's like you're being bad. And really, like, this is life. We're going to have treats every once in a while, and that's okay. So I will see you guys at my 16-week update. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a great week. Bye.